This is Gossip Farm, episode 20. Today I messed up by accidentally kidnapping a child. So this happened last week when I was babysitting my nephew for a few days, while my sister was out of state for my brother-in-law's family emergency. So, I'll call my nephew Adam and his friend is Max. My sister asked me to watch her son for a few days while she and her husband went out of state because his mother was hospitalized. She's fine now, guys. And I agreed because I love Adam. Adam is still in elementary, but we get along pretty well because we enjoy similar things. So I was looking forward to the week. This all started when I went to pick up Adam from school. They called his name over the intercom and he came out with his friend, Max. Conversation isn't exact. Me, who's this? Adam, my friend Max. Mom usually lets him come over after school. Me, hey Max. I'm OP. Max, hello Mr. OP. Is it okay if I hang out today? Me, sure, that's fine. Is your mother okay with it? Max went silent for a second, but then answered, yeah, she's fine with it. I talked to her about it yesterday. So off we went. We got back to the house, and Adam asked me if we could go get some ice cream. I love ice cream. So the boys dropped off their bags, and I drove them to the store and I bought us all some ice cream. I decided we might as well get some snacks too while we were there. Adam and Max got excited and grabbed a bunch of snacks. So I paid and we left, stopping at a park on the way back to eat the ice cream. We got back home and Adam and Max played with Legos, and I prepped dinner while watching a movie on TV. So a while goes by and I ask Max by what time I need to get him home. My fault, I asked him so late, it had completely slipped my mind. Me, hey Max, what time is your mom expecting you home? Max didn't respond. So I repeated the question. Max, Mr. OP, my mom doesn't actually know I came over today. When he said that, my heart dropped and my first thought was, did I hear that right? I asked him what he meant, and he explained to me that his mom told him that he couldn't go over to Adam's house until he cleaned his room. It dawned on me that I basically just kidnapped a child. I immediately asked him for his mother's phone number, which he didn't know. Side note, parents, please teach your children your phone number. I asked him for his address, and he said, I live near the school. Yeah, thanks kid, that really helps. I checked my phone only to realize that the outlet I had plugged it into didn't work and my phone was dead. I didn't know what to do, and I was getting really worried that the police would knock on the door and arrest me. I calmed myself down. I plugged my phone into a working outlet, and I talked to Adam and Max. I told Max that it wasn't okay to lie, and his mom was probably freaking out right now. I picked them up from school at 3 p.m. and it was 6 p.m. When my phone turned on, I saw that I had 6 missed calls from my sister and 3 from my brother-in-law. I called my sister back and explained frantically what had happened. She calmed me down and told me that Max's mom had called them and asked them if they had Max, and my sister answered no. Max's mom hung up to presumably call other people, and my sister tried to call me to ask if I had Max. When I didn't answer, she gave up and just wished her friend luck. My sister gets distracted and stops caring about things quickly. My sister called Max's mom and explained the situation. Max's mom came and picked up Max. I apologized for all the trouble I caused, and she told me it was fine, that the problem was solved in the end. Me and Max's mom talked for a bit about what happened that day, and she managed to calm down finally. She told me that she was about to call 911 when she got the call from my sister, so it's a good thing Max came clean when he did. Me and Max's mom exchanged numbers in case this ever happens again, and we shared a laugh over the craziness of the situation. I'm really glad she was understanding and didn't call the police on me. So in the end, it all worked out, I'd say. Well, it did work out, but just imagine what that poor mother must have felt when she couldn't find her child for so long. I also feel for OP, who simply didn't know any better. Now, as always, I'm going to remind you to please subscribe to our channel. Next up is a story from back when COVID lockdowns just started to let up. Today, I messed up by waterboarding myself at the gym. I was feeling dizzy before a workout as I was a bit dehydrated. This is important for later. I usually bring some liquid but forgot to that day. Usually, I go to McDonald's and grab a large unsweet iced tea for the gym. Better than coffee, and it wakes me up for the workout, and it's only $1. Screw up number 1. Oh well, in my slight lightheadedness, I think I'll just have some water at the fountain in the middle of the workout. Screw up number 2. After an hour on the treadmill, my throat starts to stick a little. I had my mask on and was doing a slow jog, 7 miles per hour, just enough for me to breathe through the mask just fine without having to remove it once in the hour I spent on the machine. I hop off the treadmill and the first feeling I get is the rush of blood running away from my brain. It only lasted a second, but anyone getting up too fast from sitting or squatting a long time will know the feeling. It's also the same feeling as the dizziness of being drunk. That was a good time for that drink, but because of COVID, the fountains were turned off, and you're supposed to bring your own water. Oops. Okay, whatever. I'll power through this. I was only going to do the light weights today anyways, so it'll be fine. Screw up number 3. Yep, I got through with my hour of light weights, and at the end, my shirt was very sweaty and I was feeling very dizzy and lightheaded, but it passed. Anyone who's had that feeling would know it's actually a little euphoric, and a great end is the shower. This is where I should point out that I'm in terrible COVID condition. My belly is huge, and my mother pointed out that I looked pregnant when I went to open the fridge door without my shirt on. This is also important. In my dehydration, I'm impaired enough to forget to take off my shirt and mask as I take my towel with me to the shower. There's no one else taking a shower, as it was a pretty early workout, so I head to my usual stall by habit, which is close to the entrance. I turn on the shower and let the water hit my chest. The feeling is amazing. This is where everything goes wrong. I'm still in my sweaty shirt and decide I should take it off, with my mask still on. The shirt sticks to my skin and rotund belly, making it very hard to remove. Now both my arms are up, and the shirt is stuck to my face and mask with the water, now filtering through the shirt and mask, blocking my nostrils. This is where I find out how horrible waterboarding is. The wet mask and shirt make it instantly extremely hard to breathe as the nostrils are blocked. Instinct says to use the mouth, which is similarly blocked, and I start to hyperventilate, which sends water into the lungs and causes me to cough and panic. I take a few steps back with my arms still up and spin around to get away from the water. 2 very strong arms lift up my shirt and my mask with it, whereupon I'm confronted with 2 ebony pecs even the Rock would be envious of. Just below these godly pecs are the abs of Hercules that put my pear-shaped physique to shame. That's when the water decides to leave the lungs and I start hacking. The manliest of hands pat my back like I'm a baby being burped. I utter some thanks to my savior, and we both decide it's best not to talk about it and finish our showers. That must have been very uncomfortable, embarrassing, and most of all, scary. Luckily, it all ended well, and I'm willing to bet a P won't ever forget to undress before hitting the showers again. And last up is, today I messed up by using soy sauce. So I love soy sauce. I add it to almost everything as seasoning. Eggs, noodles, veggies, you name it. Today was no different. I made myself some ramen noodles with veggies, poured some good old soy sauce over it, and was munching happily on it. It was delicious. Life was good. Now the soy sauce I use has a small opening, and when you want to use it, you just tilt it and it pours out. You can unscrew the top off to refill it with soy sauce, if you ever run out though. I always thought that was very handy. No annoying cap opening or anything like that. Until today. It's still pretty hot where I live, and there's fruit flies everywhere. You leave your food uncovered for 1 minute, and there is a whole damn invasion of them on it. Now, as I was chomping down my food, I suddenly see a movement inside the soy sauce bottle. One of these annoying little things actually managed to squeeze through the tiny opening and is now flying around in there. Now that's obviously disgusting. No one wants flies in their food. I had to get it out of the bottle so it wouldn't land in my next dish. So I quickly grab a cup and a sieve to get it out. I open up the bottle and pour the sauce into the cup through the sieve. The fly lands in the sieve, but something else lands in it as well. I first thought it was just old soy sauce that somehow clumped together. Oh, how wrong I was. I take a closer look and I'm realizing it's a huge pile of dead fruit flies. I'm not kidding. It was like the amount of 2 tablespoons, and the bottle was pretty small. I gagged and immediately drained the whole soy sauce. I am utterly disgusted and now have to live with the fact that I've been eating fruit flies for a good amount of time. I wonder if I can ever use soy sauce normally again. This definitely isn't nearly as bad as accidentally kidnapping a child, but that sure is disgusting and makes me not want to ever use soy sauce again, or at least make sure that it's always kept in the fridge. That's all for today, guys. Please show your appreciation by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. See you soon.